Okay, welcome. Give yourselves a round of applause. Um, and really want to thank Baba Malik for that beautiful libation. And I want to congratulate Baba Malik and all of DBCFSN on the opening of the Detroit People's Food Co-op and the Detroit People's Food Commons. What a wonderful accomplishment, collective work, collective responsibility. I just want to welcome you to EMEAC Cast Commons. I'm Paul Jackson, and I'm the director here. I also want to welcome you on behalf of Jerome Sims. Jerome is in the back. Jerome, wave. Jerome's here at EMEAC also. And on behalf of Elena, I know Elena's here. She might have had to step out. Wave, Elena. Elena's here at EMEAC. And also on behalf of our wonderful board members. I know some are here, and I want to acknowledge them. Mama Aneb, EMEAC board member, give her a round of applause. And Allison Jones Turner, Mama Aurora Harris, Bryce Anderson Small, I don't know if he's here, and Greg Hicks as well. Yep, so wave. So yeah, just want to welcome you to this space. This is Cast Commons. This is a community space, and we're holding it down so that we can do programming like this in the heart of Detroit. We share this with a number of our beautiful community partners, including Wisdom Institute, Sugar Law, Mama Gwen Wave, Wisdom Institute, Sugar Law, Sempa Farms, and I'm forgetting, C2BE, Center for Community Enterprise. And so we're just proud to have you here. We're proud to co-sponsor this event with MXGM, Malcolm X Grassroots Movement, with Alkebulan Village, Black Legacy Coalition. I know I'm not forgetting anybody else, am I? The other co-sponsors. The Shed. Oh yeah. You'll introduce all of them. Yeah, the Shed and many of our other community partners. So look, this event and this space is held down and hosted by revolutionary organizations. And so in coming here, you're receiving something, but you're also giving something. By being here, by showing up here, by being present, you're giving something to the people around you. You're giving something to the organizations who put in a lot of work to put this together. You're giving something to the speakers who are also going to give something to you, to the performers who are going to give something to you. And we understand the power of collective work. And we understand the power of people, everyday people, coming together, thinking together, trying to solve the problems of our material, concrete conditions, and trying to come up with solutions. So I just want to say thank you for being here. We're honored. And as a revolutionary set of organizations in a context, right now, what does that mean? It simply means that we're committed to the liberation of our people, of Black people, and all working class and common people all over the world. Liberation from capitalism, liberation from structures of domination like imperialism, and all other systems that tie into that. And so we definitely simply want to uplift that, because we want to be clear that everything you're going to hear today is going to be advancing that position of challenging structures of domination, and thinking through the material conditions and how we can do that in honoring the legacy of Malcolm X. So don't be surprised if you feel a push. Don't be shocked if you hear ideas that go beyond the accepted limits of what people say. Be open-minded. You're welcome into this space. You're welcome in this space to be challenged and to challenge. And so that's what it means for us. And that's why I just took that moment to explain that, because we want to be clear together that we're in a space that is safe for revolutionary thought and revolutionary practice. Okay? And that last thing I'll say, I want to welcome you, but I also want to welcome, if I step to the side, not only Hajj Malik El-Shabazz, Malcolm X, but also his revolutionary and his lifelong partner, Mother Betty Shabazz. And we just want to uplift that, because his treatment of her and his uplifting of her and his speaking and his moving was exceptional. And we want to understand that balance, and we want to uplift that partnership and that balance in this space always. That nothing, he didn't do anything without her support. he didn't accomplish anything without her support and her refinement. And then the last thing I'll say is that today when we're setting up, there was very few people in here. And I caught a moment of inspiration from Omar, who's here, who's always helping us. And he said that we were talking about what it means to be revolutionary in this context. We were just moving tables and chairs. And he said, well, I don't know. But when the revolution comes, he said, I'm going to be ready. He said, I'm going to go wash these dishes. And y'all put out that call. And he said, when you put out that call, I'm going to come out there with some, he said, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to come out there with some soap and water. He said, I'm going to put it all over the floor and make the capitalists slip and fall. Whatever you need me to do. And I was dying laughing at the soapy water militancy strategy. But I realized that what's inside of Omar that's so beautiful is inside of so many of the people who are working here, which is whatever you need me to do. Whatever you need me to do, that's what I'll do. That discipline, that preparedness, that readiness to step forward and say, it may look silly, it may seem asinine, but if it's called for from a mandate of our people, organized and educated and informed and committed, I'm gonna step forward and do it. And I'm going to do it like I love it. So I just want to welcome that spirit into the space, the spirit of whatever the people need us to do. And with that, I want to introduce one of the co-chairs of Malcolm X Grassroots Movement, Baba Aminisham Bomani, to introduce our program. Thank you.
All right, free the land. Free the land. Free the land. By any means necessary. Okay, I'm welcoming you here into this space. I'm the co-chair of Malcolm X Grassroots Movement. I just want to give props to the people who have helped put this group together, this program together. Alkebulan Village, who they'll be performing. Black Legacy Coalition. If you don't know who they are, we protesting the gentrification of the African American Museum. We need y'all come in and join us in that particular battle because they taking over. Dream program. East Michigan, well, Paul Jackson introduced them. They're environmental people. And, of course, my organization, Malcolm X Grassroots Movement. And one of the people in my organization just told me our umbrella organization is called New African Peoples Organization. And today is our 20th anniversary, I find out. So that gives a big hand for the New African Peoples Organization. 40 years. 40 years. 40 years of New African Peoples Organization. We need y'all to become sovereign citizens of the Republic of New Africa. We will get our land. That's why we say free the land. Free the land. Free the land. By any means necessary. All right, I'm going to introduce my co-chair, and she's going to introduce the speakers. Bring up Mama Shoshana Shakur.
Revolutionary greetings, and Asante Sana for all of you for being here. Sorry for the warm climate, but we're from the motherland, so we're used to it. So right now, we have a couple of little performances, really great performances, but before I go on, we want to give a big round of applause and lots of love to Baba Malik Yakini for the opening of the People's Food Co-op. All right. Baba Malik is an example, and also I saw Brother Yusuf Shakur of Mama Akua House, and I'm like, you young brothers, well, Malik's not so young, he was my teacher, no. But I said, you young brothers are an example of when you have a dream, when you have a vision, go for it. And look what they got for it. Give them some love for that. And right now, I'm going to bring on another young brother who is also phenomenal in all of the movement work, grassroots movement work, and he's going to introduce some phenomenal performers. So this brother is one of the hardest working revolutionaries in Detroit, and I'm proud to introduce you to Some of you might know him as G-Mac, but G-Mac, but I like to call our brother Greg because I think his mom gave him that name. Welcome, Greg McKenzie. Give him lots of love.
Thank you, Mama Shoshana. What up, though? Y'all ready to see some martial arts? So Alkebulan village is 46 years old this year. Make some noise for that. Malcolm's 99, Alkebulan's 46, big numbers. And the Detroit People's Food Co-op is brand new. Let's make some noise for that. So we're about institutions. And so this institution is youth development, teaching them self-respect, self-control, self-discipline, and most importantly, self-defense. Under the leadership of Infodici Marvis Coefield, I want you all to give a warm welcome to the Alkebe-Do Warriors.
Once again, give yourselves another big round of applause. We're going to do some adaptability because, you know, we are people that have to adapt to situations. We were looking for a little more space, but I tell folks, if you're in the phone booth, you got to be able to defend yourself. My name is Infodici Coefield, and I'm honored to be a part of Malcolm X Day. We had a lot of stuff going on, but I said, this is the day that we have to make sure that we're here. Let's give Brother Hajj Malik a big round of applause. 95 years old. 95, and that's no jive. We at Alkebulan Village are here to celebrate what we understand: self-respect, self-control, self-discipline, and lastly, self-defense. We're 46 years old. We've trained and introduced martial art. Our system is called the Alkebe-Do, the African way of teaching martial arts. Our style is called Pagana de Raha, circle, fighting circle. We break it up into 120 times 3, complete circle, 360. 120 is mental, 120 is moral, and the last 120 is martial. We got to make sure that we become completely whole, holistic, being able to be who we are and let everybody folks know that we are somebody. So today we're going to do a brief demonstration. We're going to make it work with our babies. So as they come, let's give them a hand. Alkebulan Warriors, come on down. Come on, quickly. Line up straight line. Say the babies, come on down. We're going to work my babies, come on down. Adaptability, come on down. Okay, spread out. Come on. Okay, spread out, give out one line. Hold on. Okay. Once again, with our Alkebe-Do system, we have 5 belts: white, orange, green, red, and black. It takes 3 to 4 years to become a black belt. It's a rites of passage program. You have to understand the mental, moral, and martial. We take you, and we always say, from the womb to the tomb. Those who are interested and have children, we're located on Harper and Baldwin, 1 block west of Van Dyke, 7701, address 7701, telephone number 921-1616. Pagana, Inama. Step back, please. Wally McQuinton, front and center. Nasar, front and center. Step up. You all step back. The little ones, Wally McQuinton, you all step back. Now, Nasir, you front and center.
Nasir, front and center.
Go up there. Face the audience. Step up. Get right on this carpet. You'll be right here. Pay attention.
Pagana.
Face the audience.
Pagana. Inamu. Kitari. What stance are you in, Nasir?
What stands? I can't hear you.
What's Kitari? Ready to be home. Khary Frazier. Listen.
Bend those knees. The language we're speaking is Kiswahili.
Punching the 3 ends. Mental, moral, martial. 95 more. Swelling. Push.
Mental, moral, martial.
Push.
Mental, moral, martial.
Push.
Mental, moral, martial.
Kitari. What does Alkebe-Do mean, Nasir? What does Alkebe-Do mean?
The African way of teaching.
What's Alkebe-Do mean?
The African way of teaching.
What are the 3 L's?
Listen, learn.
What are the 3 M's?
Mental, moral, martial.
Again. Inam.
All right, let's give a big round of applause. He's been training since he was 3 years old. He's one of our top orange belts, and he has competed in 2 or 3 tournaments, and he does know what he's doing. Give him another big round of applause. At this time, we're going to have what we call the dynamic duo, Dewar and Peyton front center. Spread out. Give yourself some room. These sisters have been training together for the last 2 years, and they have been able to complement. When I say sisters, they're not biological, but they're connected based on the village.
We got it. Eno. Kitari. What stance are you in, class? What's Kitari? Ready to feel home. Keep pressing. Push. Mark and Billy and Gumi Kati Chushini. Punching 2 times middle, 2 times high, 2 times slow. Punching in 3 ends and 95 more. Swelly. Push. Push. Push.
Orange belt, green belt, red belt, and black belt is our system. White is always at the beginning. Remember that. White is always at the beginning.
What are the 3 L's, class? What are the 3 M's? What does Alkebe-Do mean? Forgot it. Eno.
All right, step back. Give them a big round of applause. Next, we have our advanced students, red and black belts, stand up front and center. They've been training with me. Both of these are my grandchildren. They've been with me all of their life because they couldn't help it. They love being with me, if you get my point.
Forgot it. Eno. Alkebe-Do. Kitari. What stance are you in, class? What's Kitari? Ready to feel home.
Myself, my family, my community, my school.
Keep pressing. Push. Mar Tattoo and Gumi Kati Chushini. Punching 3 times middle, 3 times high, 3 times low. Punching the 3 ends. And 95 more. Swelly. Push. Push.
These are some basic exercises to loosen up.
Stepping back into an ad spot. English shoulder. Key and Bailey shoulder. Ad spot. Left leg and back. Push. Going into a fighting front stance now. Push. Take aim, Bailey Kunyosha.
Some basic exercising kicks to loosen up.
Front stretch kick off your Yoma. Your back leg. 95 more.
Our classes on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 6 to 7 o'clock. Tuesday and Thursdays, Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m.
I took a bit switch. Push. 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 I took a bit switch. Take aim, Bailey. Front snap kick. 95 more. Swelly. Y'all pussy mama in place. Push. 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 I took a bit switch. Push. 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 Step up. Keep tired. We got it.
Let's give them a big round of applause. Those are some of the advanced techniques. Nawar front and center. Nawar will demonstrate one of our basic forms, which is Moja, unity.
We got it. Spread ahead. More. Keep tired.
This is one of the beginning forms. Takes a lot of concentration, dedication to get them moves together. All right. Let's give her a big round of applause. Next, Peyton front and center. She's our green belt, 2nd level green belt. She's the youngest but the most advanced green belt in our system. Give her another big round of applause. Just turned 8 years old. And by the way, she's my granddaughter, so you know she loves it too.
We got it. Eno.
And Bill.
Keep tired. Answer.
Take your time. Takes a lot of concentration. Go ahead, Peyton. She's been training for about 2 years. She's one of our top competitors in sparring as well as doing forms. Takes a lot of concentration. We had to adapt based on the space, so keep that in mind. But the key word is adaptability. Pagana, Inama, very good, Peyton. Last but not least, Wadimu Quentin, who's a first-degree black belt, been with us going on 5 years come September. He's one of our head instructors, and you will see that he's very serious about this martial art. Pagana, what form will you be doing?
Hey.
Nane. Now, adapt, use the space. Pagana, Inama.
Nane! Fish!
He'll be tested for a second-degree black belt this year. This technique, matter of fact, this form has over 75 moves in it. Takes a lot of concentration. Fighting more than one opponent. Very good. Pagana? Inami? Very good. We want to show you the spirit of the martial arts in terms of technique, not just power. Jamar, front and center. Baba Toby, let's get a board. We don't want to break anybody's ribs, so we buy boards and we use that as a substitute. Once again, do not do any of these techniques unless you've been trained by a registered, certified Alkebe-Do black belt. If you do anything else, you're on your own. At this time, we will demonstrate one of the most, I would say, awesome techniques, which is the back fist. Turn around, make sure the audience can see it. This board is 2 inches thick, never been done, but only for the spirit of Malcolm X, by any means necessary, self-defense. Good, Pagana, Inam. Next, Germany, who is a first-degree black belt. He's our youngest junior black belt. He will attempt to break with 2 different techniques. Jeremiah, get a board. He's going to attempt to break with a reverse punch. Turn the board up. This way. And then he's going to do a jump side kick, or should have adapt, pardon? Step in side kick. Adaptability, keep in mind we usually have a little more space, but on the street you can't say, well, let me get set up. You have to do what you have to do. Move back a little. Once again, Germany, he's been training since he was 2.5. Pagana, Inamri. Last but by no means least, people always say you have to use your head in the martial arts. And I want to show you why you have to use your head. Quentin will be attempting to break a 2-inch board with his head. So please, undivided attention. If you got your cameras, if anybody who is in nursing or whatever, please stand by. It's never been done before here on force and cast. Maybe at the village, but not here. Wait a minute, let me make sure. Let me see if you got it set up now. This way here.
With his head.
Yeah, same way. Go, okay, go try that way. I don't want to tear up anything. Take your time. Very good. Pagana? Inama? Everybody, Pagana? Everyone? Fall in line. And we appreciate you. For Malcolm X says, I don't bother anybody. We come in peace, but we'll take a piece if we have to. Pagana? Inama? Dismiss. Give another big round of applause. It's an honor to be a part. Save the babies. Our classes are on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 6:45, Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 9:45. We do take students who are to 103. Our oldest instructor and teacher is 74 years old. So don't say, am I too old? And guess what? I'm proud to say, come July, I'll be 70. I know I don't look like it. At least tell me that. Thank you on behalf of the village. Brother Greg.
All right, y'all. Alkebulan Village. Passing the mic back over to Mama Shoshana.
Hey, y'all, give them lots of love for that. That was awesome. Okay, now we're going almost ready for our panel discussion, and we have some amazing people here today to speak on Malcolm. But before we do, I want to bring up a beautiful sister who's a poet, a playwright, novelist, thank you, and activist. This sister was freeing our brothers and sisters from prisons a long time ago. Her and Mama Aneb. Mama Aneb, raise your hand. Mama Nubia. Okay, and we're going to give her another proper introduction later, but if I can bring on our beautiful sister who's here from D.C., give it up for D.C. Sister wrote a beautiful poem about our beloved Malcolm, and it's amazing. Let's welcome Sister Nubia Kai. Khary, she might want to just use the stand. You want the stand? She want. Oh, you need to sit down? Oh, okay, come on. So he can put, can you lower this down? Okay, no problem. Okay. No, that's fine. Okay. And while Sister Nubia is getting ready, could the other speakers make their way up to the panelist area? I would appreciate it. It's chairs up here.
Barigani. Barigani. Okay, now you got it. All right.
A little hard to get it up.
This poem I wrote many, many years ago, sometime in the 1970s. And I'm gonna, and it's simply, can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me now? All right, okay. This poem I wrote many, many years ago in the 1970s, and it was a poem that I think the Malcolm X grassroots organization used to read often during the celebration. So I'm glad that this is the first year I'll be able to read it to the audience for Malcolm, for the grassroots. Because I cannot thank them enough. Chokwe, Khary, Shoshana did so much to help me because they literally saved me hundreds of dollars when I was working and doing a novel and Xeroxing. They let me use their Xerox machine for free, and I really appreciate them for that. Malcolm. Good men don't die. They stay around and take root in a cotton tree. And this tree grows in a field that is barren, but because it is proud and firm and strong, its very presence inspires the other sprouts to thrive and become great trees also. And when I speak to my children of you, Malcolm, this is what I will tell them. That you wore glasses and had a short cropped beatnik beard, but you wasn't no beatnik, even when you beat Tricky Dick and old white Saint Nick. I will tell my children these things, that you were tall, a giant, not an ugly giant, a beautiful giant with sandy red hair and a boyish smile and even a few freckles. I will tell them this, and the legends will grow. I will tell them how you destroyed John Henry when you told him he was a Uncle Tom nigger for working himself to death for white folks who didn't give a hoot about him. And I will tell them when you spoke how your voice traveled all over the world. I will tell them how you raised the dead on the Statue of Liberty's carcass and lifted the motherland with your hand and brought her near to us. Think they'll believe me, Malcolm, when I tell them you made it rain for us, that you were the rain that brought life to us when we were dead, dead, dead as your father's burning flesh under a railroad track. Dead as the men who murdered him. Dead as your mother's mind went when she saw it. Shall I tell them how your words quickened with the force of lightning, entered the holes in our heads and became seeds? See how we have grown in this barren wilderness of prairie and cactus and crushed Indian head skulls. See how we have grown out of the bloody sea, the stinking ships, the cotton fields. See how we have grown out of the dusky earth on the wings of the bars perched high in our branches. I will tell them, you were Prince Shabazz, son of Elijah, Luke Man, Prophet Muhammad, descendant of the line of Abraham, that you rose out of a mountainous forest, that you cleared a path for us and taught us not to fear the beast that roamed in its midst. You said, yes, animals are flesh and blood and can die just as we die. See how we have grown, who didn't know the Aryan horn was made of glass, that we were dealing with a child warrior painting pictures on Sundiata's helmet. See how we have grown, who didn't know our own fragile entrails were overcooked chitlins, till you showed us men were not flesh, but light born of Allah's morning. And on the morning of the great feast, on the singing hills where you walked and left this tomb, we will be free. One day our people will be free. Free as the bars unharnessed from the American dollar bill and mounted on this hill. I will tell them, and the legends will grow like the shoots around the cotton tree. They will grow in these words, that you are a hewer of stone, a welder of nations, a maker of men, a master of self, a man with the spirit of the sun. That you are our teacher, our leader, our prince, and we will love you always. I will tell my children these things, and they will listen. Malcolm, Malcolm.
Give her lots of love for that. Okay, and now we would like to bring on a young man who is way beyond his years. This young man, I met him in his early 20s. I don't even know. I think he was a teenager. And he was bringing Chokwe Lumumba here to speak to Detroit to a whole bunch of hip-hop generation people. And I just thought, how amazing of this young brother. He's an entrepreneur, revolutionary. He has his own podcast. Detroit is different. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And this brother is a rapper himself. He's a poet, but poets are rappers and rappers are poets, right? So I want to bring on this remarkable young man right now so he can share with you some of Malcolm's words, and that is Khary Frazier. Give him lots of love.
All right. All right. How we doing? All right, and then we already know that definitely in this room, the appropriate greeting is free the land.
Free the land.
Free the land.
Free the land.
No, you love the inflection. We in a church, but when we say it really like that, y'all supposed to give it back to me with more energy, especially when we talk about Malcolm X today. Free the land.
Free the land.
All right, now it's feeling a little bit like y'all want the land free.
All right.
Bob Malik would say some of us may be a little confused along this way. So in our program, y'all can read along with me. I'm going to take this excerpt from ballot, or the bullet. All right? And when we think about right now, it's sad that something in 1964 may be more relevant in 2024, right? King Solomon Church right here in Detroit, 1964. You take the people who are in this audience right now, they're poor. We're all poor as individuals. Our weekly salary individually amounts to hardly anything. But if you take the salary of everyone in here collectively, it'll fill up a whole lot of baskets. It's a lot of wealth. If you can collect the wages of just these people right here for a year, you'll be rich, richer than rich. When you look at it like that, think how rich Uncle Sam had to become. Not with this handful, but with millions of black people. Your mother and father, who didn't work an 8-hour shift, but worked from can't see in the morning until can't see at night. And worked for nothing, making the white man rich, making Uncle Sam rich. This is our investment. This is our contribution, our blood. Not only did we give of our free labor, we gave of our blood. Every time he had a call to arms, we were the first ones in uniform. We died on every battlefield the white man had. We have made a greater sacrifice than anybody who's standing up in America today. We have made a greater contribution and have collected less civil rights for those of us whose philosophy is black nationalism means give it to us now.
All right.
Don't wait for next year. Give it to us yesterday. And that's not fast enough. Whenever you're going after something that belongs to you, anyone who's depriving you of the right to have it is a criminal. Understand that. Whenever you are going after something that's yours, you are willing within your legal rights to lay claim to it. And anyone who puts forth any effort to deprive you of that which is yours is breaking the law, is a criminal. Now, who is that opposes you in carrying out the law? The police department itself? With police dogs and clubs? Whenever you demonstrate against segregation, whether it's segregated education, segregated housing, or anything else, the law is on your side. And anyone who stands in the way is not the law any longer. They are breaking the law. They are not representatives of the law. Anytime you demonstrate against segregation and a man has the audacity to put a police dog on you, kill that dog. Kill him. I'm telling you, kill that dog. I say it. If they put me in jail tomorrow, kill that dog. Then you'll put a stop to it. Now, if these white people in here don't want to see that kind of action, get down and tell the mayor to let the police department to pull the dogs in. And all you have to do, if you don't do it, someone else will. Like I say, soldiers, police, and many others that stand as bastions in the way of what we think is true freedom. As we talk about freeing the land and what that represents, Malcolm represented so much of the foundation of so many movements and what we still pull from them today. So on this day, remember, Hajj Malik El-Shabazz. And as I say, free the land.
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 Free the land. Give them